So, Sarah, this app that I'm going to show you is to help to help retail shops and customers improve their shopping experience. So it's aimed to get customers in and out of shops as quickly and efficiently as possible, while still enjoying the experience as much as possible. And it is to it's particularly useful for COVID because it limits the contact between customers and clothes as well. But it would be pretty useful at any time, really. So I'm just going to get you to perform a set of tasks, and you can stray however far from these tasks that you want in order to get them done. Like you can press buttons and stuff and go whichever routes you want to and whichever flow seems the most natural. And just because we're doing this remotely, so I'm going to click whatever button you want me to, and you can just instruct me. Okay?
Okay, sounds great.
Sweet. Okay, so the first task is to log into the app. So you can tell me what to do, whatever you want from here. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so which app is the app then?
So it's this one down here. It's the Bye Bye app.
Yeah. So click into it.
Okay. So this is just the loading screen. If this was a real app, like it would automatically progress, but because it's just a visual representation thing, we have to manually progress it. So I'm just going to pretend that loading bar filled. Virtual shopping assistant for Blackstone Shopping Center and proceed. Okay.
Okay.
So you can either log in here or register a new account, whichever you prefer.
So we'll register a new account then.
Sure.
Okay. Do you want to use my email?
Sure. Now, nothing will actually type here. A keyboard comes up. Again, it's just to visually represent it. But I'll open the email, pretend we type in an email here. We can open the password box if you want.
Great.
Yep. And I'll pretend to open a password. And then
confirm it.
Cool. And type.
Okay. So then we can register.
Cool. Then you're in. Now, I originally didn't have Sarah as the user, but I wasn't interviewing Rachel either. It's just a random name for my primary persona. It's a picking our target market thing, basically. But you can pick any of these shops that you want to go into to shop in.
Okay, let's go to Jack and Jones.
Okay, Jack and Jones. So, what do you want to do? Oh, sorry, I forgot to give you the next task. So you logged in successfully. That was great. And you've already progressed into Jack and Jones, which is perfect because that was the next task. Selects the shop you're using. So you already did that even without a prompt, which is perfect. So the next thing we're going to do is scan one of those QR codes I was telling you about. That's going to be under a pile of jumpers or something. And that'll show us what sizes are available in the pile. And that's to help customers find the size and to need less assistance from staff, basically.
Great. So we'll check the available sizes.
Yeah, sure. So this is the screen that comes up when we check the available sizes. Now, again, in a normal function app, you could just point the camera at the QR code. Because we can't move this around, I've just set it so that when we tap on the screen, it'll focus on the QR code, basically.
Great. Okay, so we can tap it then.
Cool. And that's scanning successfully, so I'll tap that again. And it'll show you what sizes are there. So let's pretend, do you want to maybe pretend that you're trying to buy a double XL, one of the ones we don't have?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
So what do you want to do from
here? So we can check sizes from the website?
Sure. So that'll just open the page on the website, basically. And it would usually bring you to the exact product you're looking for. I just took a screenshot of the website for this purpose. So the next option, or the next task I'm going to get you to do is try to go back and select a different shop from here, from this end point, basically. Okay?
Okay, cool. So back to options?
Sure. I did not program that button.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm just going to, I shortcutted it quickly, but.
And then so back to shops.
Okay, perfect. Great. So which other shop would you like to shop in?
We can go to TK Maxx.
TK Maxx, sure. Okay, so this is what comes up if you pick really any of these shops at the moment because they're not programmed for. But it's also an example of, say, if the shop you want to visit is closed and you can't get into it, it'll come up with this. So what do you want to do you want to see when that shop is open or do you want to just exit back out?
Yeah, let's view hours.
Okay, sure. So that's the opening hours for the shop there, basically. And it'll show you them. So the next task I want to get you to do is to look at some of the sales and promotions that are available in the store at the moment.
Okay,
So
so
I'm going to close this
close.
one. Yeah, cool.
And then should we click top man or should we, yeah.
Yeah, so they're all the other shops
Oh,
basically are
okay,
doing
okay.
the same thing, but we can go back into Jack and Jones.
Yeah, Jack and Jones
Yeah,
and click
cool.
this as in promotion.
Okay, perfect. So there's a couple of options here. You can scroll back to the top if you want. There's also a help key if you can't find what you're looking for, if you need any assistance or anything.
Okay, so I guess see offers and sales.
Sure. Cool. So this will just show you the offers and sales in the shop. It doesn't currently offer any way of purchasing them through the app, but it'll show you like just basically the promotions to look out for in the shop, and maybe in a future version it could show like where the sales are located or something like that.
Mm,
And then just if you needed it, the help is here to pop up, and it has like a little description of each thing. And you can go back.
great.
Um, and that's basically all the set tasks I have. If you want to click on anything else or navigate any other way around,
Yeah,
go for
sure.
it.
Scroll down there. Let's see save and view receipts.
Okay. So unable to save receipts, your storage is full. Please make space for saved receipts.
Okay.
So in the future, you'd have to go into your storage and change the settings and stuff. Um, but we can go back. We can check. Do you want to see the map store?
Yeah.
Or the store map even? Just a basic layout. Just shows where different items are. Ideally, if it was a digital thing again, you'd be able to like zoom in on certain sections and see what's available.
Yeah.
But on this, it's literally just this image for now. I think that is pretty much all the functionality. I'm just gonna go back here. So I'm gonna take you back to this screen for now. And if you have any feedback or anything you'd change about them or whatever, really, you can walk me through that basically screen by screen right now. So do you have any specific feedback for this page?
No, I don't think so. I think it's fairly standard. I think a lot of people like to log in with Google and kind of keep everything with their Google account. So I think that that's a really good feature. Same with Apple, same with Facebook. And then, some people like to keep it separate. So I think that there's something for everyone there. There's an option to log in whatever way the person's comfortable with. So I think that this is a really good screen.
Yeah, that's perfect. Because I had my paper prototype, and that originally wasn't a feature, but the user said that if they could log in with other accounts that they already have, that would be pretty useful. So
Yeah.
that's great. Now this down here, the logout is actually supposed to be a back key
Okay.
because, well, actually for this screen it's okay because it's the first screen after you log in anyway.
Mm.
But for so every screen after that,
It's a backwards.
they all originally said log out at the bottom, and the
Okay.
paper prototype user basically said it like going back to the very beginning doesn't make sense when you can just go back a page, and that was dead on. Like that was completely, really good feedback. So, yeah, sorry, I thought that logout key wasn't supposed to be there, but it is because that's the first page, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Um, any feedback on this?
I
Any?
think, yeah, totally fine. I like the way that it not only has like the names, but also has the branding of the shop. So I think it's really recognizable, the fonts that are specific to each shop, and it's got the kind of color as well. So it's appealing to look at, I guess, as well. It's not just like typed the names, it's the actual branding. So yeah, I think that that's really good and obviously really simple as well. If you want Jack and Jones, you click on Jack and Jones.
Yeah, perfect. That's cool. How about this page?
Um, yeah, I think good. I think the sizes feature is really good. I know from working in retail and having a lot of folded stock, the worst thing in the world was somebody looking for a size and rooting through the pile and then leaving the entire bench with the clothes
Yeah.
all across it. So I think it's great and definitely very useful. Offers and sales, same again, because even like in the shop I used to work in, our signs for offers were always neon and people still didn't seem to register with them that we had a sale on
Yeah.
sometimes. So I think having the offers in one place is really good. And I think customers really appreciate being able to see offers because, it makes them want to come back if everything is kind of easily available and the process is easy. I think the store map is really good too, not only from the point of view of like getting around the shop, but where each specific item in the shop is. Like you said, one of the purposes of the app is to reduce well, not reduce kind of contact between the employees and the customers, but to make it easier. Say if an employee's busy, the customer isn't just standing there waiting, they can look on the app. So definitely I think that's a really good feature, and honestly not one that I would have thought of, so really good. And then save and review receipts, brilliant as well. Like the shop I worked in, at one point we switched to totally e-receipts, like from an environmental point of view, and people would give the wrong emails, or they would request a paper copy and then lose the paper copy too. And sure, you can't really do an exchange or return in most places without the receipt. So if it's all saved in one place in one app, I think that's brilliant and a really good feature. And I think, like I said with the previous page, everything is clearly described and totally accessible.
Great, cool. Any criticisms? Anything you change?
No, honestly, I think, like I said, clear. The font is pretty big in case anybody's visually impaired. Um, Pretty user interface friendly, So yeah, I think
Cool.
good.
Sounds good. Sweet. I think that's pretty much it for the feedback. Anything, this screen was a little bit hard to work out, like the actual functionality of it. So like I put the red crosshair thing to try and show that, oh, it's not being read or it's not accepted yet, and then it'll change to green when it is, and then it'll show the sizes. So I don't know. Do you think there's any better way that I could do that, or do you think there's any more, like, would a QR code on each item individually be better, or is there any point to that because then it's on the tag already?
No, I think, well, what way is the are the so the clothes are on the bench, right? Is the QR code on front of the bench
Yeah,
for
so
each
see that
cloth?
metal bar at the bottom here would just be stuck on there basically.
Yeah,
Now it wouldn't just be a piece of paper. It'd probably be like a laminated or
sticker.
framed thing or
Yeah.
something that can be changed by the staff.
Yeah, I think that that makes the most sense, because if the QR code is on each piece of clothes individually, the clothes could be anywhere in the shop. Do you know what I mean? Like that QR code references that area as opposed to the clothes referencing what part of the shop they're
Yeah,
in. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean? So
yeah,
yeah, I definitely think that that's the best way to go. I think QR codes in general can be a bit temperamental, so I don't think that if you had like problems with that, that would be like exclusive to this app. I think that
yeah.
that's just sometimes they just don't scan that well. But
Maybe something even better would be what are they called? The NCR readers, the like
yeah,
contactless taps and stuff.
yeah,
That might be even better actually because it would
that's
be
true as well. And if you
yeah,
logged in through Apple, obviously people have Apple Pay on their phones. Maybe you could try and link it to something to do with that and
yeah,
have it all in
yeah.
one place.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, but no, definitely. I think that it's good, and I think it's a great idea because some people don't seem to understand that the small sizes are always at the top and the large at
Yeah,
the bottom.
yeah.
So
And
I
to be
think
fair,
that
sometimes it's not arranged that way either. Like we have a lot of Christmas staff at the moment, and my God, they will do the exact same thing that the customers do, and they'll put like all the extra larges in the middle of the pile for some fuck reason.
everything everywhere.
Yeah,
So,
I should
okay, well
watch my
then in that
language if this is
case,
being recorded.
use the editing
I might
skills.
try edit that out and put an actual beep in like a sensor. Okay, no, that's perfect, Sarah. I think that's pretty much it for the feedback. I'm just gonna flip through here very quickly. Yeah, no, it seems fine.
Brilliant.
Okay, that's perfect. Thank you so
Okay.
much for everything and
Yeah,
all
of
that.
course.
Amazing. Thank you. Cool. I'm gonna stop recording now. How do I stop recording?